paid good money to see this movie. When they go out to a theater, they want cold sodas, hot popcorn, and no monsters in the projection booth.
Everyone pretend podcasting isn't boring.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
I know you shed tears. I know you continue to shed tears every day because of man's ingratitude. You choose souls, and despite my unworthiness, you've chosen me.
The primary source of all human oppression and exploitation is individual property.
What is he talking about?
He's talking about how we can get control of our lives.
I know you'll give me what I need. I know you will not refuse me. I need courage. I know you will provide. War is a terrible thing. Do not let Satan take advantage of your suffering.
We put our flag in good hands, and we win.
If you ever come back here, I'd shoot you!
It feels like a sin to question these things. It feels like a sin to be angry with the Lord.
There is no greater love than this, to give one's life for one's friends.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti.
Say Christ is Lord! Say Christ is Lord! Get out! Get out!
Prepare the fire!
Hey folks, welcome to the Projection Booth. I'm your host, Mike White. On this special episode, I am talking with director Abel Ferrara all about his latest film, Padre Pio. The film opens in theaters in the U.S. on the 2nd of June, 2023. Be sure to check it out, and I hope you enjoy the interview. How are you able to get stuff financed when so many people are having trouble actually making movies?
We do them for the right price, and we have the right kind of group. We've been doing it a long time, so we kind of understand when we do it. Keep it to manageable material in manageable situations.
What about the story of Padre Pio inspired you for this one?
He's a great saint. He's a saint of the outcasts, of the gangsters. He's very famous here, especially in the south of Italy. Very famous. You're conscious of him whether you want to be or not. But he's also from a place where my grandfather was born, very close, at almost the same time. And I was very close to my grandfather, and I always wanted to make a film about him. And in a way, my relationship to my grandfather gave me a leg up on him.
This is not necessarily a contemporary figure, but he was around when you were around. He lived a lot of his life while you were younger.
18 when he died. But I didn't know him until later on. I didn't know who he was till I came here. My grandfather, though he was like him, was not a overly religious person. You know what I'm saying? He's a miracle worker. He had the stigmata. He also built a $35 million hospital in one of the poorest parts of Italy, poorest parts of Europe. He has some concrete miracles, too. I didn't want to make a film, though, about the saint. I wanted to make it about the point in his life when he was going through his own Gethsemane, his own questioning of his faith, questioning of what his order, questioning of who he was and what he was, if he could even man up to do it. He also was a great writer, so there's a lot of his letters that have been published, personal letters that he wrote to his superiors, which gave us a tremendous insight into who and what he was. And then that coupled with When we were doing the research, we did a documentary just to understand him. And the documentary covered him from birth till death. But this moment of his stigmata, at the same time, this massacre in San Giovanni Rotondo, which is the town he went to, which to me is like the first battle of World War II. This was after World War I, but it was the birth of the fascist party in Italy. And this is an event that is not taught in the Italian schools. A lot of Italians don't know this, which seems odd to me, because to me it's like Bunker Hill or Fort Sumter or something like that.
How long have you been making films primarily in Italy?
I started around right after 9/11, about a year or so after that. I came to film, then I did one, then we started doing films here, and then back in the States. And then like in 2000, we made Pasolini in 2012. And then 2000, around there, about 10 years ago. We had a chuck, and now I'm here. So I'm pretty content to work open generated out of here. We're working in New York. I'm not against doing anything anywhere. It's just things, like you say, we figured out how to do it. So I'm not chancing figuring it out somewhere else.
How has it been working? Have you brought over people from New York? Are you using primarily Italian crews?
Yeah, I've been working with guys. I've been working since 1975. And I'm composer Joey, line producer Diana. We got the crew here. We juice it up. Some of the younger guys, Sean Bryce Williams, he came and shot zeros and ones. It's like a mix.
Was this your first time working with Shia LeBeouf?
Yeah.
How was that experience for you?
It was great. He understood what we were going to do. It just took a while to put this together. I came to a point where we really didn't even have the film together. But his energy and his desire, he went for it in a big way, prepping it. He's doing these scenes in Latin and serving mass. So it's easy to look sometimes.
Now, he brings a lot of energy to that role. And I was just, it's interesting to watch one of your movies without Willem Dafoe, just because you've been working with him for such a while and have such a great rapport with him.
He lives in Italy and we're close as friends outside of the movie.
How many projects do you think you're cooking up at the same time until one finally boils over?
Right now, we're focused on one thing, one in the writing stage. Then there's another one that somebody else is writing. And then I read a lot. So I read a lot of times I read things that are already written. I'm thinking, wow, just shoot this. I've been reading certain books, So it's like that. And we're doing a documentary now. We've been to the Ukraine, and we've been filming Patti Smith. We kind of do documentaries and the features.
That's one thing that I definitely find to be a very interesting thing that you're doing, is this kind of mix of going back and forth between docs and feature films. And you said there's one on Pio as well as the feature film?
That was a documentary that came out about 5 or 6 years ago. You can see it's Searching for Padre Pio. For me, it was a very interesting film because it covered him from the beginning to the end. And we talked to a lot of people that gave me real deep insight on the concept of miracles, the tradition of the south of Italy, like that.
And what are you doing with Patti Smith?
We're filming her, just filming her, talking. She does this poetry thing. This friend of mine, Stefan, is his music. And then she plays with her kid, her son, and her daughter, like an offshoot, one of her bands, not a key band, like another band. You just follow them.
Her husband, Fred Sonic Smith, was from around here, so she's always been a local hero.
Yeah, he's one of my big heroes, actually. That's one of the things that led me to her. The MC5 was our band.
Mr. Ferrara, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate this.
Thank you very much. Okay. All right. June 2nd, right? You got the date. June 2nd, Padre Pio. Be there, be square.